Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and hello there. My name is SYAFIQAH. So today in this video, I will talk about our final year project 2, which is the title is Intelligent Side View for Detect Human. So in this project, I contribute with my partner, which is Fatin Atikah. So this video will continue to the next slide.
For the introduction, this project is basically about a surveillance camera that always has been used by people, especially in an household area. Having surveillance camera is important to avoid an unfortunate events to happen, such as burglary in an household area. The aim of this project is to make a camera that is applying Internet of Things. The camera will provide a better type of surveillance camera for the user.
Okay, in this slide, I will talk about the problem statement, and this is why we built the intelligent side view for detect human. So, the first problem is about the number of burglary keep increasing. So, as you know, the crime which is robbing and the thief keep increasing in Malaysia. So the second problem is about the expensive surveillance camera. So the third problem is about the camera can be seen easily. So like for example, in the situation where you go to the neighbor house or the building or the supermarket, you can see the CCTV everywhere in a certain place, and you can see where they put it.
There are three objectives for this project. The number one is to provide a surveillance camera in homes that are related to Internet of Things. The second objective is to reduce the cost in making the surveillance camera. And lastly, the objective is to provide a portable camera that is not easily seen by others.
Diagram. So based on the block diagram, you can see there's a Raspberry Pi Zero camera module V2, the Raspberry Pi Zero W, and there's also the power supply, the router, and your mobile smartphone. This is how the flowchart of the project works.
For the equipments of this project, it is shown as in the slide. As the first equipment is the Raspberry Pi 8 megapixel camera module version 2, Raspberry Pi Zero W, Raspberry Pi Zero W, 15 cm camera cable, and also Raspberry Pi universal power supply 5.1 volt 2.5 ampere micro V. For the equipment, there are some changes that we have made in the last minute of this project. Both of us, me and UMAIRHA, has decided to change the type of the Raspberry from Raspberry Pi 0 to Raspberry Pi 3 Model B version 1.2. And also the camera to Raspberry Pi camera Rev 1.3. We made these changes because we have dealt with a lot of issues with the Raspberry Pi Zero, and we suspected that the Raspberry Pi Zero, the hardware itself, has been broken. That is the main reason. That's why we made a decision to change the hardware from Raspberry Pi Zero W to Raspberry Pi 3 Model B.
In this discussion, I will talk about the problem occurs when we build the intelligent side view for detect human. The first problem which is we face about the coding error, like is about the rookie mistake, which is we type error. There's some typing error in the coding, and there also some coding cannot function properly. And the next is about the second problem is about the camera did not function very well. Okay, for this problem, for the first time when we use the camera can function very well, but after we troubleshoot some of the coding, the camera cannot be used. Somehow it cannot be displayed on the remote desktop. The solution for this problem, we use a new camera. Okay, the last problem is about the hardware problem. Solution for this problem, I have to replace the Raspberry Pi 0W with the new Raspberry Pi 3.
For the conclusion, the intelligent side view camera for detect human using the Raspberry Pi has been partially successfully simulated. Luckily, the objective of the project that has been stated earlier has been successfully achieved in this project. During our final year project, we have learned a lot of things, and we also gained a lot of engineering knowledge through the duration of building this project. We have learned a lot of ways to troubleshooting while doing this project. Okay, and that's all from us. Thank you for your time, and also have a great day.
Okay, so this is the cable for the Raspberry Pi. So I'm gonna switch this up, and you'll see it start blinking. Okay, you can see there's a red LED and the yellow LED, and the camera also will blinking. See? Okay, that's for the what happened if you connected to the power supply.